In this video, we'll look at constructing the foundation for our user interface, the canvas. The canvas is the base on which all other user interface components are placed. These will show up as components in the inspector and as children of the canvas in the hierarchy. To begin, let's create one of the two canvases we'll need for this project. From the top menu, choose Game Object, UI, and Canvas. We can see there's lots of available tools. Different UI elements we'll use, such as text, button, scroll bar, input field, and more. However, we need our canvas as the base for it. We already have an event system. If we didn't, creating a canvas would create one for us. Now that we have a canvas, the first thing to do is to name it. We'll call this one HUD Canvas, or Heads Up Display Canvas. This canvas will hold our in-game HUD, our ally button and score. The first thing to notice about the canvas is it appears to extend right off the screen. What we're actually seeing is that the default canvas is very big. I'll select it here in the hierarchy and press F to frame in on that selection, and we can see there's a huge difference in size between the canvas and the whole Zombie Toys scene. They show up this way as that canvas is mapped to a camera, in this case using a screen space overlay render mode. What this means is that this canvas will be mapped to our player camera. We'll always see the game through that canvas. If we were to play right now, we wouldn't see anything, as there's nothing actually on the canvas in terms of UI elements for us to see. In this canvas, down in the canvas component under the Rect Transform, under render mode there are 3 available modes, and understanding these is key to getting the correct behavior from a canvas. This defaults to screen space overlay, meaning that this canvas will show up regardless of what camera we're using. It will overlay on the screen space of the game. There's screen space camera, and this actually looks for a camera. The render camera has a slot to pull a camera game object into. We can click on the circle select and choose a camera, or drag one in from our scene. This is especially useful if we're switching cameras over the course of the game, jumping from character to character as part of our player role. The last render mode is World Space, and when we choose World Space, we can see that the Rect Transform above becomes active. What World Space does is allow you to place a user interface within the world space of the game instead of overlaid on that camera. This way, you can be in a 3D world but encounter a 2D UI element. This is highly useful in VR applications, where we might want to be in our VR world and walk up to a display to interact with. We can also see that choosing World Space then makes the Rect Transform available. We'll get more into the Rect Transform in the next movies. For now, though, set this canvas back to screen space overlay. The other major consideration in a canvas is the canvas scaler script. What this will do when the canvas is scaling to match different resolutions of display and screen aspect ratios is control how do those pixels on the canvas scale or not scale. Right now they're set to constant pixel size. We can also choose Scale with Screen Size and Constant Physical Size. We'll leave it at constant pixel size, meaning that a pixel as defined in the canvas is always that 1 pixel size. We can also set up the canvas to scale with the screen size, where UI elements proportionately scale down. We can also choose Constant Physical Size. This allows us to choose a physical unit and a DPI, and this way we can peg this canvas to a particular size as it scales. We'll leave this canvas at constant pixel size, and now this canvas is ready to add UI elements too. I've made sure to rename this HUD Canvas, as we need one more canvas in here. The other canvas we'll create will hold our pause menu when, over the course of gameplay, we pause, and this will also be a landing place for controls about the game. To create this canvas, click anywhere in the blank area of the hierarchy to deselect. Then choose Game Object, UI, and Canvas from the top menu. This second canvas will be called Pause Menu Canvas. I'll click once in the hierarchy on the name to rename it. Like the HUD canvas, this canvas will be in screen space overlay with a constant pixel size. This will ensure that both canvases are mapped to the same size on the camera we're using, making sure that both UIs show up in the same way, as there's only one case, one camera, we should see the UI for this game. Now that we've created our canvases, we'll look at the power of the Rect Transform and start to create our UI elements.